The trenches are absolutely printing right now, but it is not where you think it is happening. Traditionally, we have seen meme coins and trench type of coins happen on Solana, where people are using trading bots and catching these meme coins early. But right now, there is an ecosystem that is making more money than Solana meme coins in a climate where altcoins are really doing nothing. This specific ecosystem is seeing runners every single day almost at this point, and there are some legitimate teams and projects beginning to flock to the Avalanche chain. So in this video, I'm going to go over a full-blown tutorial of how to get involved with the Avalanche trenches. And I am talking about catching coins early, verifying who's behind them, and also making sure you are getting into good projects, who to follow, the platforms to use. This will be your one-stop shop to learn the Avalanche trenches. So without further ado, let's jump into it. And as always, guys, if you're enjoying the content here on the channel, be sure to drop down, hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel for more every single day and every week here on In the Game. We have you covered from everything from meme coins, AI, gaming, RWA, and more. So hit that subscribe button down below. And of course, a big shout out to our sponsors here on the channel. And of course, our premier exchange partner, Blowfin. If you are not already trading on Blowfin, they are doing an amazing promotion right now. Number one, just for getting involved with the invite link down below in the description, you can potentially win an Omega watch, but also right now the War of Whales, you can earn your share of $4 million and potentially get a trip to the Grand Prix and a Tesla Cybertruck. So link down below in the description if you are looking for a no KYC centralized exchange to be able to trade over 400 pairs in the crypto market. So let's go ahead and jump into the main topic of the video today, which is Avalanche. And obviously, we talk about Avalanche quite a lot on this channel, as I'm a big Avalanche fan. I think the onboarding that we have seen this cycle has been absolutely tremendous. And I know a lot of people are frustrated with the price action on the main token of Avalanche. But when you look across the ecosystem, as far as adoption, there's really not been a chain that has hit all the boxes as much as Avalanche has. And I do think when utility projects and projects who are just absolutely making revenue and people really dig into the part of the cycle where altcoins are moving and also focused on utility projects, I do think it's going to be an AVAX season at that point in time because of the developments that have happened on the chain. And if you're not paying attention, or maybe you don't follow on this channel, we've seen the top games of the cycle. You know, we're big crypto gaming fans here on the channel. We have MapleStory and Off the Grid. And right now, people are about to start making money in Off the Grid. You can see withdrawal options are starting to pop up in the games here for you to be able to withdraw your assets and sell them for real money in the form of gun token. We're also seeing big DeFi implications on Avalanche. We're seeing Elio Trades and Alex Becker's new platform from Superverse, which is Black Hole. This is going to be a DEX where a lot of new token launches come, and like they say, it's an attention and liquidity barbell. Their testnet phase 2 just went live. So if you're looking to farm this airdrop, that is out there to be had at this point in time. We also see BlackRock building with Avalanche. And BlackRock obviously pushed the world to get the ETFs live and all that stuff. So as of right now, Avalanche has it all. They have RWA, they have gaming, they have AI, they have memes, and most people really are overlooking the amount of money there is to be made on this chain. And I think it's really simple as far as how to track these things and potentially get involved. So if you've missed stuff so far, like KET, which has gone from 0 to 375 million, and you might be thinking, well, this was months ago. So like, what is happening recently? We see Lambo. This coin is literally about a week or so old, and we're looking at this token right now at a $40 million market cap. This one, I think right now is kind of like the mascot of the recent trenches on Avalanche. Everyone wants to trade up and get a Lambo. So what do? You buy Lambo, right? So that's really been a big meta on the Avalanche chain recently. So I want to, in this video, go over the main places. Really, it's 4 platforms that you should really be living on if you are looking to snipe and get involved with these early launches and also verify that they are worth investing in, because I think that that's half the battle, right? And if we look at a traditional platform like, let's just say BullX. Let me just pull up my BullX real quick. You can see the amount of tokens going live and all that good stuff. And let's just click on this one here, just a random one. It doesn't really show you who deployed it or any of that type of stuff. You can see the data, you can see if it's bundled, and you can see how many the top 10 hold, but really you don't know who's behind these tokens unless the wallet has deployed tokens in the past. And it's just really hard to verify, like, okay, is this something that I want to be actually sinking some of my money in? Whereas on Avalanche, there's actually verification layers for this when you utilize these platforms. So number one, and where all of the runners are coming out of, is the Arena app. Now, I know I've mentioned the Arena on multiple videos in the past, but if you haven't, head over to Arena.Social, link up your Twitter, and start following some of these bigger accounts. And I'm going to give you at the end of this video a few accounts that I would be following to be able to really key in on the Avalanche ecosystem. But you can, curate your timeline from following to trenches to trending, and you can just go ahead and see what's trending out there, what's going on in the trenches. And there's also token dedicated feeds. So if you want to see what's going on with a certain project, you can do so. As this might feel a little overwhelming, there is a really good platform out there where you can actually see all of these launches going live at one time. And what do you mean whenever we're looking at this and you might think, okay, this just looks like another version of Twitter? Well, first of all, if you own the Arena token and you stake the Arena token, you can get shares of airdrops that go out for a ton of different tokens that launch on Arena. And you might be thinking, well, what do you mean launch on Arena? They literally have a token launcher here. You can click on Arena launch and you can see basic information on the token you want to create. We could literally, I'm not making this, but you could say hustle as the ticker. The name could be, 𝗪𝗿𝗆𝗪𝗧𝗍 AVAX Maxi, or you could play around with it all you want. And then your handle is your profile page, and handles are granted upon reaching 200K market cap. You can select your photo here. So a lot of people are coming through the Avalanche chain and testing out the token launcher here on Arena. So not every token, just like what I just showed you guys on BullX, not every token is going to be a winner. Like, look at how many tokens just on the left side in the last 15 seconds have just come up. So for the most part, most tokens won't end up materializing too much. But if you want to try and really dig into the trenches, I have 3 platforms that I would really be keyed in on. Number one, I would say this is the most casual. I'm going to go in order of sophistication as far as how deep are you into crypto and how much time do you want to spend on these launches. So number one, if you just want a base level place to be able to see where the volume's going, what tokens are trending, and then a place you can also just trade, very trustworthy, that's Trader Joe. They have changed their branding to LFJ.GG. So that is their DEX at this point in time. And you can see here, the Arena token is trending, Wolfi, which has been a recent runner, Lambo, Meow, Luigi's Baby had been doing well at one point. We see Blub. So you can see the tokens that are trending, and you can also filter by volume and start to see which tokens are getting the most volume. As we see 𝗏, the #1 meme coin on Avalanche, is getting the most volume. We also see stuff like Meow and Lambo getting a really good amount of volume at this point in time. So I'd say this is the most casual. Like I said, if we were to just click into 𝗏, pretty simple on the right side. If you just want a place to buy and sell these tokens, you can use LFJ. You can buy here, sell here. You can do limit orders. There's different things with stops and take profits. So it really is a nice platform that is very trusted. So if you just want to do the base level, you'll do the research. You'll use some of these tools that I'm going to present to you in this video, but maybe you don't want to use them to buy and sell. I completely understand that. You can go check out LFJ.GG. This is Trader Joe. They've been around since before 2020, 2021 time period, and it is a very trusted decentralized exchange amongst the Avalanche community. And you can even click the trenches tab here, and you can also track the trenches here on LFJ. However, this is not so much curated yet to Avalanche. If you look at the top left, it's Pump Fund, Launch Lab from Radium, Boop.Fund, Meteora. So as of now, this isn't really curated to Avalanche launches, but don't fear at all. We have the platform that will act as your BullX or your photon of this platform, and that is Arena Pro. So what Arena Pro does, if we just go back to the home page here, this is going to track where the volume's going, new pairs, what tokens are trending, which ones are graduating and elevating in market cap. You can launch tokens from here, but most importantly, you can track which tokens are doing well. And I just want to give you a base level of also what you should be looking for when you're looking for a token launch that you want to put your money into. So when you're utilizing this platform, you can see here, I can rank it by new pairs. You can also do recent trades, graduating or graduated. So you can see tokens that have eclipsed a certain level of market cap. Those are going to be listed here. But I want to make a few examples here of coins that have data that would give you reason to support them over tokens that maybe just are some garbage at the end of the day. So let's just pull up this one. This is a random token created 1 minute ago. The volume is $1. So look, if you go buy this token, that is completely on you. I am not buying this coin. However, if you see here, there is no deployer. You don't get to see who the deployer is or anything like that. The maker of this, this is the dev. It's just a wallet address, and he put $1 into the coin. This is probably not a coin that you'd want to get behind whatsoever. But if we go back to Arena Pro, let's go to a couple different ones. Let's click on Wolfi. As we see here, 𝗪𝗟𝗍𝗍 is the one who made this token. If we just go over to his X page really quickly, you can see he's got 76 mutuals, and he is the deployer of this token. If you just look at the mutual followers, a lot of people from the AVAX Foundation, AVAX team, smart money investors, Avalanche themselves. So it's a pretty credible launch. And that is why this token has done pretty well. If we actually zoom out on this chart, this thing went up to almost a $20 million market cap at one point in time. So this was a very successful launch, and you can see here that it was made by someone who was credible in the Avalanche ecosystem. So that is something you're going to want to look for all of these tokens. Like for example, FOMO, MAD is a pretty well-known voice also in the Avalanche network. And on top of that, we see Meow, which I'm going to use as the prime example here because this one got off to a slow start. But if you look at the developer here, Real Neo, and that might ring a bell, he is one of the lead devs behind 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪. So he said he was playing around with the token launcher on Arena Pro and Arena. So he was just like, kind of testing things out, and Meow launched. And then it was a question of like, is this going to have any integrations or support? And this thing has really ran. I mean, all-time highs so far of $3 million market cap. And this started at 0. And a lot of people I know got in below 700K and are in really good profits on this token. But literally the whole due diligence process came off of, wow, okay, one of the lead devs of one of the best metaverses in crypto gaming made this token. Now let's dig into it a little more. You go look and you can see, well, they're definitely supporting it. They're posting memes on the page. They're saying that Meow is going to get integrated into different part of the ecosystems. And then we just take a look here. As I mentioned, this one started running pretty quickly, but was off to a slow start. We see they're building now something in their metaverse called the Trenches. I believe this is going to have to do with the Meow token. You just also look, you can see that they are actively pushing this token. So these are the green flags. You want a developer that's well known or respected in the space. What is this going to be integrated in? They have tweeted that the Meow coin might be integrated into the 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 ecosystem. One cat to rule them all, and it's like mogging on the MOG logo, which I absolutely love. So this is a way to have verification layer. You see the dev, go look at their tweets, go look at their replies, then see what they're spawning out of it. They made an official 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 Twitter account here, as you can see. So they've been really at it with these memes. This is a Drake meme here, for example. You see the cat with the world, the trenches. They don't know I'm going to be the biggest meme on AVAX. So this is a really good way and a good example of a coin that you can just simply go to the deployer, see how they're pushing it, see the ecosystem. What is it going to do? Is there a bigger picture than just a random meme coin, which Meow is? And at 1.7 million, I know a lot of Avalanche people are still buying this, but this has been a big win for people who got in early. And I also want to mention that you can buy and sell on this platform as well. As you can see here, you can buy and sell. So you can utilize this just like a 𝗪𝗡𝗄 Photon of the Solana ecosystem. But the one that I like to use the most has been MevX. But the reason is I can use this on Telegram. So you can load up an account, connect it with your Telegram like you do with 𝗪𝗡 or Photon, and you can use this on the go. So a lot of the times, and even myself, I'm full-time in the cryptocurrency industry. I'm not able to sit here all day and trade and look at charts and be able to be on Arena Pro and be like, okay, this launched 30 seconds ago. Is this something that I think is going to be worth getting into? It's really hard to be clinically online. As much as I am clinically online, I'm not at the computer or at the desk here in the office every single second of the day. So I have really appreciated using the MevX platform. Now, MevX caters to lots of different chains, as you can see here. Solana, BSC, Base, Avalanche, 𝗬𝗍, HyperEVM, Hyperliquid, Tron. So this is a really well-versed multi-chain token platform where you can buy meme coins and buy new launches on multiple different networks. But it has been the fastest, most efficient, and I have never had a failed trade. I don't want to jinx anything here, but I have never had a failed trade here, whereas on like 𝗪𝗡 and Photon in the Solana ecosystem, a lot of the times trades just you repeat it and you repeat it and then it finally goes through and you missed an entry. That really hasn't been the case here with MevX. So what I'm going to do, I will leave a link down below in the description if you want to use this. Now there are other ones. I think there's 𝗏𝗏𝗏 that caters to Avalanche. There's a few others that people have been enjoying using, but I do like the fact that this one's very simple to use. The execution has been flawless. You can also see where the liquidity pools are. You can see the top holders. You can see the top traders, who's made the most money. You can see your positions here, your watch list, your holdings, your orders, everything top to bottom on this platform. So I'll go through this again. The arena is where you want to kind of scavenge for alpha, but also on top of that, this is where the tokens are being launched. So tokens coming out of the arena are immediately put on Arena Pro. So you can then go in, take a look at the pairs, see the data, see who deployed it, do a little bit of research in DD, see if they're pushing the coin, what kind of social sentiment it has. And then from there, you can either choose to buy on Arena Pro, on Trader Joe, or using a trading bot. Like I said, if you're on the go, I can literally use that on my cell phone, which I very much appreciate because a lot of the times I'll get a message or, one of my group chats is like, oh, this one just launched, here's the dev, but I'm not at the computer. I'm able to put some AVAX in and get involved at that point in time. So that is really the 4 tools that I'm using every single day. And a lot of people are using, and that is really across the board. Like people are using the Arena Pro, this app right here where they're seeing the new token launches, who deployed it, etc. And then either using something like Trader Joe or a bot like MevX or other bots out there. There are other options, so look, if you want to use another option, that is completely up to you. This is just the fastest, most efficient one that I have personally used at this point in time. And like I said, if you want to get involved with that, I will leave a link in the description down below. But there's more options than just being in the trenches 24/7. We see more pre-sales coming up. This one here is a gaming pre-sale. So we have 𝗏𝗏𝗏 games. I feel like this starts, I think based on my knowledge, at a $6 million market cap. It is Arena aligned. So I believe they're going to get some pretty good support there from Arena and potentially the Avalanche Foundation. We have 𝗏𝗏𝗏 coming up. I think that 𝗏𝗏𝗏 is going to perform better than 𝗏𝗏𝗏 games, but I am excited about both of these at this point in time. And also, if you want a few good accounts to follow myself on Twitter, 𝗧𝗥𝗔𝗗𝗄. I would say follow Jesus Martinez. He is deep in the Avalanche trenches. Follow people like 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 on the Arena. And then on top of that, Knobs, 𝗥𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Some of these here are really good follows in the Avalanche ecosystem and are very active in sharing their plays, sharing their opinions, or you can just see what they're interacting with and see the coins that they are supporting at that point in time. So that is a full-blown top to bottom, every platform that every Avalanche trencher is using at this point in time to make money on AVAX. And I can tell you this, it's been a long, long time since I had a meme coin runner to the level that I've had on Avalanche on any other chain. Like we on this channel, We were able to catch Trump right whenever it launched. That did very well. We were able to catch a lot of different memes at low levels over the course of the meme coin fiasco, you know, FWOG, chill guy, whatever the case is. But ever since then, it's been so slow. But the Avalanche trenches have seriously been one of the most profitable places for traders across the entire crypto landscape. And it really is simple to track with Arena Pro Trader Joe, a trading bot like MevX, and also diving deep into the Arena app. So that is your full Avalanche trench guide. If you enjoyed the video down below, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment. Are you involved in the Avalanche meme coin and early launch scene? I would like to know your sentiment. And also on Avalanche price action, I do feel like the overall AVAX coin will be a big catch-up trade this cycle. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see y'all on the next one. As always, play well, my friends, and of course, stay bullish, my friends.